I would kindly request dignitaries on the dais to come forward and inaugurate the program by watering the plants. All of the audience are requested to big round of applause as the dignitaries launch this futuristic initiative.
We're very sorry that the technical
Yes.
glitch, so we thought we'd go ahead with the program and then we'll show the video.
Thank you. I would request Srimati Indra Mudgal, Deputy Commissioner NEST, to deliver the welcome address.
Most respected Secretary, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Shri Anil Kumar Jhaji, Shri Nitin Saluja, Head of Public Policy, Amazon India, Ms. Nuria Ansari, Learning Links India, Shri Akshay Kashyap, Lead Amazon Future Engineer, Amazon India, Team LLF, Team NEST, participants and dear students. On behalf of NEST, I deem it an immense pleasure to welcome you all to today's launch ceremony of Amazon Future Engineer Program Phase 2 in EMRSs. Considering the efficacy of the Phase 1 program conducted in 54 EMRSs from 6 states, NEST has extended its collaboration from Gate 6 to 8 with Amazon and Learning Links Foundation for the Batch 2 of the program. It is a pleasure for NEST to collaborate with Learning Links Foundation for Amazon Future Engineer Program, which is unique in the area of enhancing computational skills. This program signifies the importance of providing EMRS students an early access to computer science education. The exposure provided to our children through this program shall be a testament for underrepresented communities to go a long way in exploring the future possibilities in emerging technology-driven areas. By way of exposing the students from simple computational skills to data coding skills, program offers a complete package for the students to make innovative uses of technology. It is believed that such early exposure, especially at middle grade levels and beyond, shall lead to preparedness of students for future careers in STEM education. In this 3-day capacity building workshop, 54 participants shall be attending the program from 6 states in Phase 2. The course is envisaged to train and educate the participant teachers as teacher leaders on necessary digital resources to create computer science awareness and facilitate students' learning inside the classroom. On this occasion, I formally welcome our respected Secretary, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Shri Anil Kumar Jha, who has taken out time from his busy schedule and joined us today. Secretary Sir's presence here today bears testimony to the considerable and concerted efforts of Ministry to ensure quality education in EMRSs. Sir, we firmly believe that your benign presence has graced today's occasion and shall fuel all our teacher leaders and students with a high spirit to take on the course with young children exploding with insatiable hunger to learn and lead their way forward. Proceeding further, I cordially welcome Shri Nitin Saluja, Head of Public Policy, Amazon India. Warm welcome is also extended to Ms. Nuria Ansari, Learning Links Foundation, and Shri Akshay Kashyap, Amazon India, for gracing today's event, and all the officers and staff from NEST, LLF, and Amazon. Last but not least, our 20 students whose projects are being showcased in today's EMRS Coders Expo. Also, our 54 nominated teacher leaders are pleasantly welcomed over here. We firmly believe that all the teacher leaders and students who are joined today will enrich their understanding further in these 3 days training workshop and take the course and the program to new heights during future implementation. Thank you and warm welcome to you all.
Thank you, ma'am. We will now proceed with the felicitation of dignitaries on the dais. I would request Shri Anupam Sonalkar, Joint Commissioner NEST, to felicitate our chief guest, Shri Anil Kumar Jha, Secretary, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and present our token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. I would request Shri Bipin Chandra Ratori, Joint Commissioner, NEST, to felicitate our chief guest of honor, Shri Nitin Saluja, Head of Public Policy, Amazon India, and present our token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. Now, I would request Ms. Nuria Ansari, Managing Partner, Learning Links Foundation, to felicitate Mr. Akshay Kashyap, Lead Amazon Future Engineer, Amazon India, and present our token of gratitude. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I would request Shri Harsh Agnihotri, Assistant Commissioner, NESTS, to felicitate Ms. Nuria Ansari, Learning Links Foundation, and present our token of gratitude. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I would now request our guest of honor, Shri Nitin Saluja, Head of Public Policy, Amazon India, to address the gathering.
Shri Anil Kumar Jha, Secretary, Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Srimati Indra Mutkal, Deputy Commissioner, NEST. My friend Nuria, my colleague Akshay, and all the esteemed dignitaries and teachers and partners for being here with us today. I'm happy to be here on this occasion as we come together to celebrate the encouraging results from the partnership between Amazon Future Engineer and Nest. Together, we have empowered approximately 8,000 students with invaluable knowledge of computer science with support from our dedicated teachers across 54 Eclavia computer science with the support from our 54 Eclavia model residential schools in the 6 states. At Amazon, innovation is at the heart of all our initiatives, and we recognize the transformative power of technology in shaping our world. We understand that the computer science is the key to unlocking creativity and untapped human potential. When I encounter young individuals, I see a common thread running through all of them, and that's boundless talent and passion. Unfortunately, not all of them have the opportunity to realize their full potential. This is why we established Amazon Future Engineer, a program committed to providing young people with the chance to explore their potential and contribute to a brighter future for all. Our mission is very simple: to inspire young minds to build a better future through computer science education. Over the last 2 years, we have extended computer science education to more than 1.4 million students across 8,000 schools in India. We have also awarded AFE scholarships to 700 girls coming from low-income families and provided paid internships to 68 of these scholars, with provisions for returning internship, nurturing their journey to becoming leaders in the tech industry. Today, as I stand here, I can safely say that it is exciting to witness the growth of our partnership with Ministry of Tribal Affairs and Nest. In the new phase of the collaboration, we aim to introduce advanced programming and artificial intelligence as a step towards comprehensive technology education pathway to Eclavia model residential schools across the country. This inclusion will be beneficial as we scale this partnership to the next level. It has been heartening to see all the inspiring projects displayed by the students in the expo area today. These projects are testament of our acquisition of coding skills and the deep understanding of global issues like sustainable development goals. Through these projects, students have demonstrated their creative abilities and to additionally showcase their dedicated efforts towards their teachers, schools in facilitating their learning journey. We hope that such a collaboration between Amazon Future Engineer and Nest is able to reach more and more students and expose them to the real-world applications of computer science. We also want to enlighten them about the diverse career options and opportunities in the tech industry, both now and in the future. These pilot phases, tailored to the current technological exposures and understanding of tribal students, will enable Nest, AFE, and LLF to gather invaluable feedback from across the country. This feedback will guide us in scaling the computer science curriculum to many more Eclavia model residential schools across the country. To all the teachers gathered here today, I extend my best wishes as you embark on this journey with our new AI curriculum. I eagerly anticipate witnessing the incredible AI projects that will undoubtedly emerge in our next event sometime next year. Thank you once again for your presence, and let's continue to inspire and carry on with our missions to inspire, educate, and empower the bright minds of tomorrow through the endless possibilities of computer science. Together, we are shaping a future brimming with innovation and hope. Once again, my special thanks to the Honorable Secretary for being here, Nuria, and my colleague Akshay for gracing this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitin, for expressing Amazon's continued support to the program. We are ready for the AV now. Would request your kind attention towards the projector screen.
मुझे इस बात की प्रसन्नता है कि आज अमेज़न इंडिया और नेस्ट के साथ एकलव्य आदर्श आवासीय विद्यालय मिलकर डिजिटल एजुकेशन, कंप्यूटर साइंस के ऊपर शिक्षकों का प्रशिक्षण और छात्रों को शिक्षा उपलब्ध कैसे कराई जाए, एक सामाजिक दायित्व के साथ कार्य का प्रारंभ कर रहे हैं, शुभारंभ कर रहे हैं।
कोडिंग विषय बहुत कुछ पढ़ी जाए कोडिंग विषय पढ़ी पला प्राणे स्लाइड ले पढ़ी जो जहाँ की स्लाइड ले पुराना हम बोलने जहाँ खाऊ जहाँ तो आगे प्रकाश कर पास कंप्यूटर माध्यम पर लेकिन लक्ष्य तो लक्ष्य को देखा तो हमें मुझे कहाँ से बैकग्राउंड समझ सकते हो कि सबको ये बारे में automated game by joining blocks one by one, and these coding classes are somewhat entertaining and have lot of fun.
आणि ऑनलाइन क्लास में अच्छी से कोई स्कूल जैसे मीडियम बनाए और कोडिंग के कई ऑप्शंस के जैसे डायरेक्शन लूप और इन सभी को बात करने को सकता है। हमारे में अपने समय हमारे बहुत
We are very excited when we are doing this project work. We are requesting much more programs like this in our future. Thank you. नेक्स्ट का जो प्लेटफॉर्म है जो अमेज़न इंटरनेट प्लेटफॉर्म उनके द्वारा जो हमें बहुत सहयोग दिया है और इसके माध्यम से बच्चों ने ये कहा कि हमें तो कंप्यूटर साइंस के लिए ही ज्यादा रुझान है।
ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में बच्चों को काफी अच्छी तरह से कोडिंग और प्रोग्रामिंग के बारे में सिखाया गया। बच्चों ने भी काफी अच्छी तरह से सीखा था, बच्चों को कुछ नया सीखने को मिला, इससे बच्चे काफी खुश थे। ऑनलाइन क्लासेस के पढ़ने वाले जो बच्चों ने सीखा वो सब बाद में उन्होंने अपने खुद की कोडिंग के द्वारा बनाई थी।
हमारा मेंटर को हमारा ट्रेनर को फास्ट थैंक यू लगी छी देन लर्निंग फाउंडेशन जे कि हमरो एते बड़ प्लेटफॉर्म को पिला दे करछि पिला को क्यूरियोसिटी से पढ़ी करछि इनोवेटिव आइडिया क्रिएटिव आइडिया पढ़ी करछि सो वे थैंक्स टू लर्निंग फाउंडेशन एंड ऑलरेडी थैंक्स टू द नेक्स्ट टीम जे
Our heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Minister Shri Arjun Manda ji for sharing these words for the program as we seek his continued blessings and support as we begin with this new phase. Now I would request Chief Guest Shri Anil Kumar Jha, Secretary Minister of Tribal Affairs, to deliver the keynote.
It is my pleasure to be with you all on this very important occasion of the second phase program of Amazon Future Engineers and NEST's collaboration. Shri Nitin Saluja ji, Mrs. Ansari, Mr. Kashyap, Gal and Anupam and all the team of NESTs and the team of Amazon India. This is a very crucial initiative which you have all started. It may be a beginning, second part of the beginning, but it will go a very long way. It will reach very great heights, I'm sure, because what we today are talking about is about 10%, 1/10 of our population in our country. About 9% is the scheduled tribe population. We are talking of something like 10 crore, which was in 2011 census. Many times over the population of many of the European countries. And that is the number which we are talking about, which we are thinking about, which we are planning about, who need good education in a creative environment, healthy environment, conducive environment, to become able to contribute to the fullest of their capacity. And I would say that instead of thinking that we have to do something for them, we should always think and plan that how best nation can get their contribution, because the immense potential which they have got, and I saw some of the video games and some of the coding products which they have come out with, which shows their natural inclination towards environment preservation. And who else, which community or which family can better teach us about environment and living with nature than those who have been for generations staying with nature, surviving, prospering, and leading a happy and healthy life. So when we talk about all that climate change and being green in our buildings or technology, if you go and see their huts and their habitations, they are all quite green without our intervention. In fact, we have tried to make it through our interventions of cement and concrete much less green. So I always request my colleagues that when we plan the housing for those people, it should be made out of the available local material, and we should see what exactly they think their habitat about, how they want to, and what part of their time they are spending there, what is the use value of the habitat which we are creating, because it is much more different than what we do in our towns and cities, where we go and sit and sleep. Our houses are mostly sort of ranbaseras, where we spend our entire day outside and then go and sleep and come out, which is not true with the tribal communities, for whom their homes, their community shelters, their entire habitat is a part of their life. So similarly, their education, similarly their health priorities, physically, physiologically, mentally, they are all as good, as competent, as talented as anywhere else in our society or elsewhere. But then you would see that they are first generation learners, most of them, and certainly first generation English speakers. So can we do something to bridge that gap, where a student, a boy or girl of 6th or 7th standard, does not find it difficult to learn something just because he or she cannot speak fluent English or cannot understand the technological words. After all, in Japan or Korea or Thailand, we do not have programming in English language as such, and they pick up from their own language. So while teaching all these things, can we try to bridge that gap, and can we possibly train the teachers from their own communities, from their own And this is what this program will achieve, I hope, where teachers are also being trained in the workshop. Please try to awaken the spirit in your students, and whether they speak their own language, whether they can speak Gujarati well or not. Even I have seen in very interior parts of Gujarat, where I was interacting in Dang district, and there are some students who have come from Dang district, Ava and all. And when in a village, the interpreter who knew Gujarati could not understand what the villagers were talking about, because they were speaking in Dangi language. So this is the level of the gap of communication, or the layers after layers, because we are dealing with a very vast country of over 1 billion population, and if you say about tribal population, so 10 to 12 crore of tribal population, and hundreds of languages, and so many hundreds of dialects. So it becomes very important, and the hesitation, the initial fear, that we have to be very careful. I'm talking to our own teachers, not to our friends from Amazon who have done a fantastic job. I am just communicating to our own teachers and systems that we have to be very careful. We are going towards a set pattern, and what else can we do, because in the there is some amount of rigidity in this system. So we have to find out the within that rigidity how much more flexible we can be. We are going towards a CBSE pattern, we are going towards that NCERT syllabus, and all the curriculum is trying to modulate them towards some sort of uniformity. But then within that structure, can we allow them to grow? Because they are 6th, 7th, 8th standard students, very, very, very young students. I thought they will be 11th at least, but many of the kids, I saw they are really kids, and they have done fantastic work. And in this 3-day workshop, I'm sure that they will be taught and given more confidence to do it. We are going to establish more than 700 functional Eklavya model residential schools will be there in next 2-3 years time. Right now over 1 lakh students are studying, and when all schools become functional, we will be getting 20 to 30,000 students every year passing from class 10 or class 12. So you can imagine the potential hidden in these students and in these areas. And as I said, many of them are first-time learners. Many of them are so very attached to this school because of the good teachers which we have got, and good environment and system, that some of them do not want to go home also in holidays. There are certain deprivations in their villages. There are certain problems in their areas, and plus the attraction to be among the teachers and the students. So in a residential environment where there is a very conducive set for the learning process, and there is a campus, and campus is in the heart of the nature. It is not a city or urban school. It is, I have visited more than 30-40 locations where these schools have come up, and they are very studious. I can assure you, I have not seen urban city children studying with so much of devotion and sincerity as I have seen the tribal students in our EMRS schools, Eklavya schools. So I am glad I came here. Actually, Asit Gopal, who is commissioner and a good friend of mine, he has been orienting this thing. He himself is also an engineer, and his team is very capable. Very nice people have been assembled in nests, and with Amazon India, you have already done a lot of work. So we have to scale it up. We have to, because we are talking about hundreds of schools and thousands of children and thousands of teachers. We have to take it to higher numbers. We have to bridge that gap of learning gap which happens because of language and other social economic barriers which we have to break. We have to sit with them and in their own environment, and maybe we can conduct such workshops and training programs in their schools areas also. I really appreciate the effort made by Amazon India, and I was just talking to Mr. Nitin, who said that with TriFed also they are working, and I'm glad that livelihood solutions, it is very important. We talk about nutrition of the children, and it is very apparent when you go to any tribal area that nutrition is a very fundamental issue, but it cannot be overcome in a short frame of time. It will take some years, about a generation, and the key is to provide good livelihood options. And the parents of all these kids, if they are dependent on some sort of subsistence farming or gathering of forest produce, then you can imagine the type of nutrition which they will be having in their homes. So if we also work through Amazon India, and consistently if we try to provide solutions for their livelihood, and they are extremely capable. We had put up our stalls in G20 venues also, where you would have seen, and there are videos of that, and Tribes India shops, and how beautiful crafts and beautiful products and organic things are being, but then, as it happens in many of the government or semi-government initiatives, because of the lack of precision marketing, or what should I say, the lack of proper communication with the potential customers, or lack of our professionalism in establishing backward and forward linkages, we generally have not been able to provide that type of remunerative returns to our tribal families as we should have done. So in that regard also, I would request, and you have already been doing it, you told me, so to take it again at higher levels, and in provision of livelihood for all our tribal families. So once again, I thank you. I wish very best of luck to all the participants, and children really have made us proud, and we have been taking them to Rashtrapati Bhavan, we have been taking them to see the parliament, and they keep coming to Delhi, and Nests has been very energetic and in creating a very vibrant atmosphere for school children from Ladakh to down south in Kerala and Andhra, and from west in Gujarat to Arunachal and Sikkim. So we have got such a huge mix of such a wide spectrum of our tribal students that it will be a fantastic opportunity for any training agency and resource agency as rich as Amazon to tap this potential and provide them the encouragement and get in return the talent and the imagination which our smart children from tribal communities can give. So once again, I thank you. Thank you very much to the Amazon India team, and thanks to the Nest team also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring all of us gathered here. It's now time to appreciate and acknowledge exemplary efforts from the previous year's initiative. Computational artifacts developed by students are not just evidence of learning outcomes, but they signify the long-term impact programs like Amazon Future Engineer can leave on students. We are pleased to have this opportunity to invite 20 students who have shown their creativity through the computational projects. we thought of adding another layer of encouragement of their creativity by identifying top 3 projects and would like to use this opportunity to felicitate the top 3 students. I would request our chief guest, Shri Anil Kumar Jha, to do the honors. Also request the dignitaries on the dais to join. Without much delay, I would now invite E. Niharika, grade 9 of EMRS Kodavalaru, Telangana, who has secured 3rd position by creating a digital story that touches upon importance of eating good food and also sharing food with a message on the critical need to work towards reducing hunger around the world. आप लोगों से विनती है कि बच्चों का प्रोत्साहन बढ़ाने के लिए तालियों की गूंज बरकरार रखें. धन्यवाद. Let's now welcome the youngest in our top 3, Gambit Khushi Ajit Bhai, class 7th of EMRS Indo-Vivyar, Gujarat, to receive 2nd position. She has brought out the critical of ocean pollution through an engaging game. Thank you. Last but the first position, please join me in inviting Santanu Maji, class 9th of EMRS Sirigoda, Odisha, who has secured 1st position by creating a 5-level game that tests the player's skills to catch the eggs perfectly. आपकी तालियों की गूंज से हमारे बच्चों का, प्यारे बच्चों का प्रोत्साहन बढ़ता रहेगा. धन्यवाद. Yes, please. Asha ma'am, please. Ma'am, आइए ना, please. धन्यवाद. Thank you. It's indeed won't be an exaggeration to say that without our teachers' support, we would not be able to accomplish the results that we have. Learning new things by themselves and also ensuring students are learning, coordinating for the class schedules, coordinating with technical facilitators, and many more such tasks that they have managed through. We are fortunate to have been associated with amazing 54 teachers through this collaboration and would like to use this opportunity to recognize 3 most exemplary teachers. A science teacher by profession who had apprehensions while attending the training program last year about how the coding program going to unfold at the school. However, after going back to school, she ensured to work with another faculty to schedule classes, support students to develop the projects, and was always present in the coding session at her school. Please join me welcoming Srimati Kumut Sharma from EMRS Selana, Madhya Pradesh to receive the Exemplary Teacher Awards. हमारे शिक्षकों का प्रोत्साहन बढ़ाने के लिए भी आपसे निवेदन है. धन्यवाद. Thank you. Thank you, sir. an IT teacher by profession. She is the most enthusiastic, first one to initiate the block coding sessions at her school, and also the first one to get the students submit their projects. One of her students received top 3 recognitions few minutes back. Please join me welcoming Srushri Sangeeta EMRS Siriguda, Odisha to receive the Exemplary Teacher Award. Thank you. Thank you. The most proactive planner and communicator whose school submitted the highest number of projects. Please join me welcoming Shri Pradeep Prajapati from EMRS Ambaji, Gujarat to receive the Exemplary Teacher Award. Please, one photo, sir. Please. आइए मैम. आइए मैम. मैम प्लीज. Thank you, dignitaries. We are inching towards the closure of the inaugural ceremony, and I would request Ms. Nooria Ansari, Learning Links Foundation, to deliver the valedictory note.
Thank you, Indra ma'am. Thank you, Jha sir, for being here. Thank you, Nitin. Thank you, Akshay. But most importantly, I think a big call out to the NEST team. So congratulations, all of you. I've been receiving messages on my WhatsApp throughout saying, please thank Indra ma'am, please thank Ashu ma'am, please thank sir. Asit sir is not here, but please thank him. But please thank, most importantly, all the teachers and all the system of the Eklavya Model Schools for making this event, this afternoon and this opportunity for kids a reality. I think the fact that these children today have an opportunity in tribal schools or in rural areas to be exposed to a kind of thinking, एक सोच, एक प्रकार का investment in their thinking of structured design based thinking is something that will go ahead and help them in many fields. I think as teachers who went through the training program, you'll realize that the block programming ho ya coding ho ya exposure to computer science एक नई perspective लाता है. And that new perspective then can be applied to many situations, whether it is environment, whether it is looking at, how the children can improve their lives, whether it is looking at how you as teachers can provide new interesting opportunities for children. This opportunity is now in your hands. It is in your grasp. I think through the support of NEST, through the support of the systematic planning that has happened, the way the curriculum mapping has happened, the way the adaptation of this curriculum has happened, keeping in mind the context of where these children are. Thank you so much, ma'am, both, the entire academic team of NEST, to develop a curriculum, to develop a model, to develop a platform that will help many generations of kids from the Eklavya Model School. So thank you very much, dignitaries on stage, for being here today, and thank you very much to the audience.
Thank you, Nooria. Thank you, one and all. I request all the participating teacher leaders, students, and escort teachers to kindly remain seated in this hall for the further proceedings. I kindly request the dignitaries on the dais to proceed towards the fire hall on the ground floor and accept a small hospitality. Requesting Nityanand sir from LLF to guide the dignitaries. And last, a kind request to all media friends to collect the food hamper as our token of gratitude at the registration desks set up outside this hall. Thank you all. Thank you.
जी